Today's video about senolytics and senostatics. I already was talking about this, but I consider it a so important subject, and this is a real way to get rejuvenation reliable and easy. And senostatics will give us an opportunity to keep our aging under control, so not slow down the aging, or if not rejuvenate, but then keep it steady. And senolytics are especially useful because you can take some procedure, a few days taking senolytics, and you kill some number of a part of the zombie cells, senescent cells, and then you will see immediately, about 5 days after the procedure, you will have much more powerful, much more endurance, and really it gets, so you feel that you're younger. And then I did it myself. I don't want to share this details because I'm a doctor in physics, not in medicine. I don't give any results, but you can find references, you can find a list of the senolytics, and you can decide on yourself. Do not do, or, because in few years, I believe in 3 or maybe 5 years, the longest, we will have this technology. We will have the reliable senolytics, and we will have result of the anti-aging pills and with tests on humans, because first test you have to be done under observation of your physician. You cannot do it yourself, or if you have no time, if you're already 75, 80 years old, then probably it will be a way for you maybe to try some methods, but be careful. At the website fightaging.org is a very good, very useful website. You will find a lot of information, and there is a blog, there is discussion of the information in there, and there is a protocol how to make this self-test. This protocol is prepared by specialists, so you can follow it, and then it's not me, it's some specialists in medicine are prepared it, so you can decide for yourself what to do. Okay, then again, I just repeat it. And why doing these presentations for myself? Because if I decide to follow some procedure, I want to learn more. I want to decide, should I buy this or that, and what way to go. And I make this literature review and thinking, and then only then after this I spend money on it. So again, as I was talking about, as we age, more and more cells enter a special state in which they cease to perform their function correctly, properly, and stop proliferating and begin to release some proteins like cytokines and other compounds which are SASP, which are toxic actually, that cause inflammation in the surrounding tissue and increase the likelihood that neighboring cells will also get into this state. That is, they will become senescent or zombie cells. And since these cells are one of the main causes of the aging, we observe high activity of scientists in the search for new ways to destroy zombie cells. But I would say so that from about year 2015, we don't see much information about new senolytics. Why? Because there are so many private companies, so a lot of investment go to this area, but these are private companies, they want to get money back from investment, and then they keep it secret before making a patent, and so they work hard, but you cannot hear about the results. But it may be, as I said, 3, maximum 5 years, we will get commercial results, commercial products which can be used. Or, well, you decide if you want to go your own way, like I do. You can learn literature, you can invest your time, and not money maybe, but your time to understand deeply what we should do. And there are There are about 3 approaches can be distinguished, and you can read. So then it is I would tell you, okay, please download the presentation, and then every time you click with the cursor or mouse on the reference, you can get to the source. You can read the original article, because I cannot give too much information. If you want to go to the details, please do it. And this is really convenient, much better than what I'm doing by presentation. It's a presentation, you are just here, not so much information, but that reading yourself, go into the details is very important. So again, senolytics is one way. Other way, it is destruction of zombie cells by our immune system, and you have to understand how to do it. I was doing some videos on it, that how to use autophagy and fasting and high intensity interval training, and maybe high mega doses of vitamin C or whatever. Again, you can decide for yourself what will work, or you can try some not very toxic methods, a combination of it, and be careful, but it's possible way. That if you already make your body healthy enough that your immune system can work and can kill the zombie cells, then it is the right way. It is the right way, so you to go. And together with the immune system, you can use some absolutely not toxic substances and to get about the same results as with senolytics. But senolytics, of course, a very attractive way, because you just make procedure like few days, 5 days, taking the drugs, or making some method, what the combination of drugs with something, and then in a few days or in 10 days from the beginning of the procedure, you will see the results. I did it myself, and I do not want to go into the details, but just to tell you, I am very optimistic. I got so big boosting of energy and endurance, and I like it so much. So now it is slowly, number of senescent cells is growing. I see that some decay in endurance, and a little bit in that my feelings of that I was feeling much younger. Appearance didn't improve, but again, I start to work on appearance right now. Today was the first day. There was not many side effects. I do not want to go into details, but just there was some nausea probably, a little bit. But then it's gone. 1 hour it's gone. But I have to do it. It is kind of not senolytics. It is combination senolytic of senostatics. So I have to do it a long way, and 3 months maybe before we'll see result of rejuvenation of my skin. Because now I started to work on rejuvenation of the skin. Okay, and then again, the also quite safe way, it is a reduction or neutralization of this release of these toxic substances, SASP, and you can do it. You can do it many ways. So the role of the senescence or zombie cells is discussed in the recent publication. You can read it. Again, click on it and you can read it. It's very detailed article. And according to the author, if in a cell culture zombie cells are not removed, then the healthy cells and young cells do not have ability to procreate, and because of this, the entire population of the cells dies. And in experiment, it was like 1 month, and all the cell structure just perished. But if you remove zombie cells, then for 18 years, the cell culture was working, and then it was, so it's give us the idea that by removing the zombie cells, we can rejuvenate our body, and technically speaking, we can live forever, or at least long enough, much longer than we live now. And another publication was people discussed the course of age-related diseases such as cancer, cardiovascular disease, renal failure, and osteoarthrosis, and other stuff which is related to age, and then they explain it as accumulation of zombie cells, and in some mathematical model they said that if we and also from experiments they measured that the number of zombie cells grows in our body with from 6 to 8% a year, so its number is growing. But when in older age, in very old population, this rate is not so sharp, because again, if it is sharp, it is high rate, then these people already die. But we have people which with beta. With slow increase of zombie cells, they live longer, so it is like a trick. It is not actually every person in very old age getting slow down increase of zombie cells. It is just statistics. And then again, the authors, the publication attributes the growth of age-related diseases to accumulation of senescent or zombie cells. And then they propose that in any age, at any age, you can remove a part of the zombie cells, of the senescent cells, and you will rejuvenate. Even with one procedure, you can extend your lifespan. Extend your lifespan. And some interesting fact I just didn't tell much about it is also for me is kind of surprise, that autophagy always considered good. But what is interesting, that in case of autophagy, quite unexpectedly, in situation of autophagy, zombie cells or senescent cells can cannibalize neighboring healthy cells to get nutrients and this energy and proteins to produce pro-inflammatory cytokines and other SASP, the signaling molecules. It's quite interesting that the zombie cells are getting real bad for us. So you see that they not only create chronic inflammation, they really eat, kill neighboring cells, and it is quite, this behavior is actually very much like cancer cells. Okay, then what else? And we know that how it works, and we know that release of this SASP molecules, it leads to chronic inflammation, and it attracts macrophages. And then this is killer cells of our immune system. And these killer cells are coming, they kill inflamed, maybe healthy but inflamed cells. They kill because this is how immune system works, and they kill it, and they release these nutrients to the environment, I mean to around, and then the zombie cells can use these nutrients. So they work together with macrophages to get the nutrients, and the same would be with cancer cells. So this cannibalism is quite common. Appeared that it is quite common in zombie cells and in tumors also. So then it means autophagy is good, but to some extent, not so intensive. Okay, then again from year 2015, we don't see many more results about new senolytics. Why? Because there are so many new companies which are private companies, and there was a lot of investment in this area, and investors want to get their money back. So these companies just keep secret about the result. You do not see much results, but yet we have scientific research, and we are getting more publications recently, so number of publications anyway it is growing. And already we have quite a number of senolytic drugs, and you can decide for yourself if you want to follow some self-test. Then please go to the website fightaging.org, and then I will give the reference in the description. And then you can read about the protocol, and you can find the list of available Senolytics, and you can read also a discussion and to get an idea how to and where to get the Senolytics. Okay, then there was some, okay, just discuss results, and quite relatively cheap substances. It is Fisetin and Quercetin. So why I made this publication, I was thinking to buy Quercetin or Fisetin, and then I was going into more details about this to decide. And Fisetin works as in mice, at least in mice it works as senolytic drug, but in humans, as I see from internet, from discussion, it doesn't show good results. So probably it has to be used in combination with something else. Like people tried here, like combination of dasatinib and Fisetin. It was with monkey. Yeah, it was with monkey. With yeah, it was with monkey, but results are quite good. Okay, but again, I don't give you any advice, and just you can click on the reference. You can decide for yourself how it works, and well, this is how that's new results. But Fisetin is probably not bad. It is a little bit more expensive than Quercetin, and Quercetin has another which so much better application. I will talk a little bit about this later. Okay, but Fisetin in principle quite good. Piperone, it's natural alkaloid. It is easy to buy, cheap. I got 1 kilo for 100 for less than $5 with delivery. 1 kilo of this and of the long pepper. Long pepper is available in Southeast Asia, and you can get it by post. So I use it as a spicy and while cooking, and it looks like you have to use it not one session, but probably every day. The mechanism how it works, it is increasing a number of reactive oxygen species and decreases the concentration of antioxidant glutathione in cells. And as I told you already in previous videos, then the zombie cells or senescent cells already have higher concentration of reactive oxygen species and low concentration of antioxidant. So if piperone give you even more this reactive oxygen species, then the zombie cells will probably die because of the destruction of membranes, and mitochondria will get damaged, and membranes in the cell, and also especially lysosomes. Lysosome can be damaged, and if a lysosome is damaged, then all these enzymes are getting outside and can damage the cell, so cell will die. So again, some results of antibiotic, some antibiotic, anti-tumor antibiotic can be used as no less than other known senolytics, and it kills 50% of zombie cells in kidney and in mice. But this experiment in mice, there is no data yet about use for humans. Okay, then this is just chemical structure of this piperone gumine and geldanamycin. So you can just look. And again, I was interested also especially in quercetin. Quercetin itself is not senolytic, it's only senostatic. So because there was a test, it has no selectivity to kill especially zombie cells. It kills both healthy and zombie cells. So it is not working itself, only in combination. But toxicity not very high, and then you can, and especially bioavailability of quercetin is very low. And then, but in low doses, it works good. So it is suppressing the pro-inflammatory cytokines, and especially some special CD38 molecule, and then what is good, and it works to activate the synthesis of NAD+, so and also the working of sirtuins. It is so important in our cells to produce energy and also to repair the DNA. So it is very, very good substance, and especially if you take quercetin together with vitamin B3, yeah, it's very helpful, I believe. So oral absorption of quercetin is very low, as I said, and people try to make it higher, some different ways. So the quercetin and apigenin, also very common flavonoid, and the structure is about the same like quercetin. It works like quercetin. And as I said, in low doses, it works as a geroprotector. So it does not extend a lifespan, but it improves health. It improves health. So this is so much better. So so of course, in combination with dasatinib and quercetin, it will work as senolytic. But quercetin itself, in low doses, every day you take every day, and then much better health. So you can read the publication about this. Okay, and then again some reference to combination of dasatinib and quercetin. And so it is extended lifespan in mice. Also there are tests with humans, clinical test. Sorry about this noise. It's I am making a video at home, and here it is quite noisy because near the road, and it's quite common that people sell something and do this, show this advertisement loudly. Okay, then, so please also I give a reference to very interesting website, and please you go there, and it is Rejuvenation Now, and then you can find some very interesting information. I do not agree with everything what you can find in there, but it is very interesting website. In particular, they point out the importance of the skin rejuvenation, and so I have to learn more, because I also consider that skin rejuvenation is the key for our complete rejuvenation. Okay, so I would encourage you to download the presentation, or at least the text, and read it with the mouse and opening the sources of the information and getting into details. Especially if you want to try something, you can go to the fightaging.org, and then you go there and you find protocol, you find the list of the Senolytics, you can find some opinion of other people, and I believe the information very interesting. I myself go in there and to reading these articles. So, and then what is the big advantage, that all this information is presented by specialists. I'm not a specialist, I'm talking physics, and I cannot give recommendations, yeah, so especially if it is potentially harmful. I don't know, people are all different. You cannot do any test without supervision of your physician. So I will recommend you. I do it because I'm just such a person. I try that. I don't trust the medical doctors. Only few doctors I trust, like Paul Saladino from Texas. I like him very much, and I follow his advice, but not so many. Okay, then if you was watching this video, thank you very much, and please comment, subscribe, put likes, ask questions, and share information. And again, I would tell you, this is just the beginning. We are in such interesting situation, we are such interesting time what we live in. Now everything what is around us, it is like an attempt to separate our mankind, our humankind, to two groups. One group is rich and living probably forever people. So because this technology to extend lifespan, it will be ready, it will work maybe in 3-5 years we will have it commercially. And other group, poor, short time living people. People who will live, who will work all his life, or maybe even don't have job, but stay at home and watching some video games, but having no money and no family, probably no kids. This is the idea to depopulate our planet. And now it is going so that, but my position again is such as that we probably, if even we will not very rich, but there is a good, that if you will extend your healthy lifespan, if you will stay healthy and you will live maybe not forever, but at least much longer, it is good. It is good feeling. It is a good feeling. And even if you have not much money, again, I believe that this rejuvenation procedure will be not very expensive. If you know what to do, you can do it for relatively cheap. Relatively cheap, because I told you that there are so many indications that nature already does it. It is a comparison with this blind. So you can compare even, for example, working bee and queen bee. The same genetics, absolutely the same genetic. They stay together in the beehive. But bee queen lives 40 times longer than the working bee. Why? Only because of food. The bee queen gets enough of choline, or you can pronounce choline or choline, and it gets enough of this, a lot of vitamin B3, vitamin B5, other vitamins of group B, and bee queen is actually consuming animal products, because this milk, what royal jelly, what other working bees produce, it is not plant-based food, it is insect-based food or animal-based food. So this is the difference. So again, if you are vegetarian, I don't know how it will work for you. I have no idea, because I quite convinced that the carnivore diet is the way to go in old age. You cannot get enough proteins, and without proteins, nothing works. Your immune system doesn't work. You are getting sarcopenia. You are getting not much energy, and everything go down. So you need animal food. But even if you like Maasai tribe in Africa, if you eat only blood and milk and beef, you will live maybe 120 years, or more than about 100 and something. But you cannot get rejuvenation. For rejuvenation, you need extra. And this extra, as I said, I believe it cannot be very complicated. It is just some supplements, some vitamins, and fasting, and keeping your body very, very healthy. Okay, then that's all. Thank you for your time again. Have a wonderful day. See you next time. Ciao.